Eagles now. We get busy, chasing Trizzy. Eagles now. Bruising birds, we get litty. Eagles now. Pre-game, post-game, make it look easy. Eagles now. No one likes us, please believe it. Eagles now. Super chats, we keep them coming. Eagles now. Jalen a booby, keep it running. Eagles now. Shots downtown, A.J. Brown. Eagles now. If you ain't know, you know it now. Eagles now.
Philadelphia Eagles now, live here on Chat Sports. Chase, senior producer Trizzy Trace here with you, and I'm so happy that all of you here are joining us. It's the Eagles bye week, but the coverage doesn't stop, nor do we. A loaded show coming your way as the Philadelphia Eagles continue to be the only unbeaten team in the National Football League. So much to talk about on today's show, which will officially get started in about 10 minutes. First, though, where are you watching from, and where are you hanging out during this bye week? We are coming to you from Dallas, Texas. Man, it's been a great week. I've been going on runs every single morning here in Dallas, rocking some Eagles gear, letting those fraudulent Cowboy fans know we took you down on Sunday Night Football, and we are number one in the NFC East, and we are number one in the NFC. So where are you? Let me know right now. We'll give you some shout-outs here. Mike Hunt, what it do? Elijah Stovall, what's good? Kara Poole, also here, typing that 6-0. Whoa, 6-0. Whoa, Antonio Holmes typing, yo, 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 what up, family? Where are you watching from? Really excited to get the show underway because there is so much to talk about. Latest Eagles news and rumors, trade rumors with the deadline coming up on November 1. Also going to take a look ahead at the Eagles list of 2023 free agents. Who will they bring back? Who will they re-sign? Who might walk? Who's going to be too expensive? Stay tuned for that. Elijah, back home in Nashville, great time in Philly. He was at the game last week during the watch party. We showed you where Elijah was watching from at Lincoln Financial Field, and we're happy to have him back. We certainly missed him during that watch party. Kara Poole still in Virginia. Antonio Morning saying McGaff. Toledo, Ohio from Chris Clark. Where else are you guys at? Let me know right now. 61 people watching live. Now it's up to 65. People starting to get that notification as they pile in. So we're going to take a look in just a few moments at the Eagles' upcoming schedule. And I want to ask you this question. When will the Eagles' first loss happen? So they're 6-0 right now. And this has really been a magical season up to this point. And later on in the show, we're going to compare the 2022 Eagles to the 2017 Eagles, the 2004 Eagles, because those are some of the best teams in the history of this franchise. But you look at the Eagles' schedule here. Bye week this week in Week 7. Then they return from the bye, Lincoln Financial Field, to take on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Short week against the Houston Texans on Thursday Night Football. I think that they beat the Steelers, recharged and refreshed. And then they go on the road, they beat the Texans. Commanders might be without Carson Wentz. It might be the Taylor Heineke show. That could be a Monday Night Football beatdown. Indianapolis Colts on the road could be a tough game. Green Bay Packers, if they get that offense together, could also be somewhat of a challenge. But then you look at weeks 13 through 15, Titans a winnable game, even though they have a good defense. On the road against the Giants, who are very pesky. On the road against the Bears, they've lost 3 games in a row, and they might be sellers by the time the deadline comes around. And then the Eagles round out the schedule. Week 16 on the road against the Cowboys at Christmas time. Week 17 against the Saints, and Week 18 against those Giants to round out the regular season. So there's an opportunity here, in my opinion, in which Philadelphia can either win out if they continue to play flawless football, if that turnover margin it remains so high, and this team continues to click on all cylinders. And let's be real, right? The Eagles can still make some improvements. They're not content with that 6-0 record. They see things that they can clean up, and that's a credit to Nick Sirianni and the biggest leader on this team in Jalen Hurts. So let's take a look at the comment section here. Kara Poole said Titans. Nismo is tuned in from Southern California. Anub is in Chicago. Show some love from Brazil. Brazil. That one coming in from Lewis Iyer. Antonio Holmes. We not losing to AJ's old team. That's a good point. He's going to be fired up. Potion is here. You already know the deal. Willie Beamer. Only team that really scares me is the Giants. We will lose to them once. And look, when you get inside any divisional type of play, those matchups are difficult, and the Giants have played the Eagles tough over the last couple of years, even though they've kind of been a dormant franchise. But Brian Daboll, let me tell you, he's the real deal, the front runner now for Coach of the Year. Potion, we'll lose one of the last 2 games because we already locked up that number 1 seed. That's a possibility. And if it comes down to trying to go undefeated or resting your players for the playoffs, getting that first round bye so that you come back in the divisional round at Lincoln Financial Field as that number 1 seed, I'd rather have the guys rested than risk injury as compared to going for that undefeated record, because it doesn't matter. What matters is a Super Bowl, and that's what people remember. Who cares that the New England Patriots went undefeated in the regular season in the playoffs up until they lost to the Giants in the Super Bowl? Nobody remembers that. They remember that the New England Patriots lost to the Giants for the 2nd time. So, Michael Thomas, Philadelphia, PA, home of the Birds, E-A-G-L-E-S, Eagles. Let Don Shula sip another one. Exactly, Potion. I'm right with you. Carapool saying, yeah, I agree. I think our first loss is against the Cowboys on Grievous. So, Grievous, I see what you're saying there. You split against the Cowboys. That's fine as well. Let me pose this, too. Because the Philadelphia Phillies are in the NLCS making this shocking run, and I imagine a lot of you Eagles fans are also Philadelphia sports fans like me, because I grew up in the Philadelphia area, and that's what I'm about. But since Philly's at the center of the sporting universe, Philly's in the NLCS, I still think they're okay, despite them being tied 1-1 against the San Diego Padres. The Eagles are 6-0. The Philadelphia Union are in the playoffs. The Sixers season is underway. The Philadelphia Flyers undefeated under John Tortorella, right? So since Philly is at the center of the sporting universe, I want all of you to type P as many times as you can. I'm going to get it started here because P for Philly. We are so pumped up about this team. Charprod, we should trade for Brian Burns. We'll have a mailbag coming up, so you can post that question. Carapool, Potion, Char, Elijah, Antonio, all type in that P. And if you're pushing P, you can type that P as well. I know Potion's pushing P. Jay Mizdow, type in that P. Nismo to Tank, Antonio, always on cue. My boy Nick Stone, Antonio Holmes, and Elijah Stovall, they're all in the chat because Philadelphia is the place to be, and it sounds and feels so good. Our Super Chat menu for today. We'll do a little Eagles Now happy hour after we do our 3 segments today, and during that time frame, if we get in some Super Chats, yeah, we're down to party, keep it real, keep it a buck, and have some fun. Every $5 Super Chat that we get, we're ringing the Liberty Bell. $10 Super Chat, E-A-G-L-E-S. It's the Eagles chant. $20 Super Chat, producer Trizzy and I will sing that Fly Eagles Fly theme song. For every $50 Super Chat that we get, All Shotgun or Trace will do the Freedom Funnel because America was birthed in Philadelphia. And for a $100 Super Chat, we have some smelling salts. If anybody sends in a $100 Super Chat, we're going to sniff some smelling salts because there's no sleeping during the bye. And the Eagles, they're not content with this 6-0 start, nor are we. They're not sleeping, and I'm not sleeping on the Birds, so we'll sniff some smelling salts if we get a $100 Super Chat. You can start getting your questions in for our upcoming mailbag. That'll be the last segment of the show today. So let's chop it up. A couple ways for you to get involved. Hashtag Eagles. You can do that for free. Or if you send us in a Super Chat, we will read all of them, and they're guaranteed to be featured on the show. So if you're ready for the real show to get started, I want you to hit that thumbs up icon and like the video. 123 people watching live right now. That number is going to continue to grow all throughout the afternoon. But yo, my homies, my Philly Bulls, only 27 likes. We cannot start the show until we get to like 60 likes. So hit that thumbs up icon and like the video because the Philadelphia Eagles are still undefeated. And if you're pumped up, then hit that damn thumbs up icon and like the video. Up to 33 likes right now with 132 people watching live. Some shout outs to those of you who are watching right now. Potion with the $5 Super Chat. We're going to ring the Liberty Bell there. Steve King, Michael Thomas, Carapool, Matt Ruiz, Jones Boy 82, Nismo to Tank, James Craig, Eagles Realist, Willie Beamer, Eagles Pushing P. Willie Beamer, isn't that the name of like an icon? Eagles Realist? Let me know if I got that right. Guillermo Beetler, Jose Diaz, Anub, appreciate all of you for watching. And no matter where you are, how you're tuned in, thank you so much for watching the show. My boy Potion Ring the Liberty Bell again for my homie. Chasey killed it with Coach JB. Excited for Trizzy and the Abby Alonso show later. More wins for the gang. Go Birds. So wins because we continue to flourish professionally. Trace, Abby, myself, us here at Chat Sports. Potion doing his thing on the music side, doing some voiceover work. And yeah, every single Wednesday I'll be on with Coach Jason Brown on his YouTube show. So make sure you tune in for that. It's going to be 11 a.m. Eastern, which would be 8 a.m. Pacific every single Wednesday. Coach JB, he's the famous coach from the Netflix series Last Chance U. He does a show every single day, so I'll be on with him talking NFL. Of course, the Philadelphia Eagles every single Wednesday. What'd you say, Triz? Yeah, season 3 and 4. Season 3 and 4. Independence Community College. Now he's living out in California. And if you're living out in California, give him a follow on Instagram because he's releasing his new cigars that are coming out. So if you're ready for the show to start, hit that thumbs up icon, like the video. We're 7 likes away from 60. That's the number that we need to get to. Any super chats that do come in, we'll of course feature those on the show. We're down to party too because here to my left, I do have an entire cooler of beers and drinks for all of us to share together because it's Thirsty Thursday, and you know we ain't never scared here on Philadelphia Eagles Now. So hit that thumbs up icon, like the video. 5 likes away from 60. Now we're 2. We're about to get there, and with that, let's officially start the show right now here on Eagles Now. What's good and welcome in. You're watching Philadelphia Eagles Now. Chase Senior here with you. Greatly appreciate all of you for tuning in to today's show. Don't forget to subscribe as we give you Eagles content every single day. We begin with this, some legal news with the Philadelphia Eagles pertaining to Kyzir White. He has been sued, according to TMZ, for causing a serious car crash, allegedly, in Los Angeles back in 2021 when he was playing for the Los Angeles Chargers. So the information with this, and Kyzir White has not made a statement, nor have the Philadelphia Eagles, but a man in the lawsuit claims that White was speeding and slammed into a Chevy Silverado and caused a bad accident. In the lawsuit, the man had claimed that he sustained serious or permanent injuries, and this isn't the first run-in that Kyzir White has had while operating a motor vehicle. There was this situation in 2021, but also he was flagged for speeding on a popular Los Angeles highway back in 2020 as well. Now, the Philadelphia and Pennsylvania native who went to Emmaus has been a really good addition for the Birds. You look at his numbers this year, 37 tackles, 4 pass breakups, 1 tackle for loss, 14 stops on the year, and noticeably, as compared to years previously, this Philadelphia Eagles linebacking core is much better. And that's a credit to Howie Roseman for how he's been able to build this football team. This is a position that they have neglected for a really long time, not anymore. And because of that, that's why this defense is in a really good spot. And it's actually pretty ironic and interesting that when the Eagles have gotten off to these terrific starts in the Super Bowl window, it's Kyzir White running into this legal situation, but also back in the day, if you remember Nigel Bradham, he had that run-in with a Cabana boy back in the day, and now it's Kyzir White speeding. Look, I'm not concerned at all by this, but for Kyzir White, for anybody out there, just don't speed and operate a motor vehicle at 100 miles per hour. I'm not going to lie. I've gotten onto a highway and I've tested myself by hitting triple digits, and then my car starts to shake a little bit. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to play it safe. I'm going to decelerate here. For Kyzir White, you have a great opportunity at hand. Don't risk your life or somebody else's life, and hopefully he's all good at the end of the day. We do stick with the linebacker position. Now let's shift gears to Roquan Smith, and the NFL trade deadline is coming up on November 1. And we know that Howie Roseman is always aggressive, trying to improve this football team, and CBS Sports listed Roquan Smith, who's one of the best and young linebackers in the NFL, as a top Eagles trade target. Now, I'm not buying into this, but if the Eagles can make this deal happen, I'm all for stacking your roster with premier playmakers. I just don't think this is realistic at all, nor do I think it makes sense. And also, I don't think the Eagles have a need at that linebacker spot. But here's what CBS Sports had to say. Adding depth to the offensive line was also considered, but adding to a Pro Bowl caliber player on this Eagles roster to the middle of the Philadelphia defense would make a very good defense even better. It would also help resolve the Eagles' somewhat suspect run defense, as they are currently yielding an average of 5 yards per carry. If the Bears are fielding offers, the Eagles should make a run at acquiring Roquan Smith, a tackling machine that currently has a league-high 66 stops. Along with being a solid tackler, Smith can also aid Philadelphia's pass rush while being a consistent presence in the opponent's backfield. Acquiring Smith would pay dividends for years to come, given that he is 25 years old. Now, a couple of things here that I do take issue with. Roquan Smith is not a blitzing linebacker. He is not in the same mold of Hassan Reddick. He's more of a coverage linebacker. So to say that he will aid the Philadelphia Eagles pass rush just isn't true. This is a guy who drops back in coverage, and that's where he succeeds. And if the Eagles were to make this trade, I don't really want to see him oftentimes rushing the opposing quarterback. I want to see him used to his strengths, and that's in coverage and against the run. Also, the Eagles linebacking core is a quality unit, and the players that they have now and could bring back in the future are going to be way less cheaper as compared to Roquan Smith, who is in the final year of his deal. He had requested a trade this past offseason and will probably, if he's healthy, look to be one of the highest paid linebackers in the National Football League. And I like what TJ Edwards is bringing to the table. I think that Kaiser White is one of the more underrated pickups, not just for Philadelphia, but among all teams in the NFL. Down the road, I want to see what Nakobe Dean can do. Hassan Reddick occasionally drops back as a linebacker. So I think that the Eagles are actually pretty set there. The biggest need for them is edge rusher, and that's what CBS Sports missed. And while Howie Roseman has invested more here at that linebacker spot, Roquan's going to demand a huge deal in 2023, and I think he'll land somewhere in the neighborhood of the top 3 highest paid linebackers in the National Football League, up there with Shaquille Leonard, formerly Darius Leonard. He's making an average annual value of $19.7 million, Fred Warner at 19 even, and CJ Mosley at 17. Now, for the Eagles, I don't think it makes a lot of sense to pay Roquan Smith that amount of money because I think they have other positions of need, and this defense is well equipped moving forward to really not need a player like this. But that's not to say Roquan isn't a dog. He absolutely is. I loved him coming out of college at Georgia. This year, he's been all over the field wreaking havoc as one of the premier defenders in the league, and he's still only 25 years old, 66 tackles, a sack and a half. So occasionally, he can get after the quarterback, but oftentimes that is after a play breaks down and the quarterback tries to make plays kind of out of sequence, 2 pass breakups and 1 interception. And then the last couple of years since he's come into the league in 2018 out of Georgia, you see that this guy is a straight-up tackling machine. He doesn't miss a lot of tackles, which is a problem for this Eagles defense that CBS Sports did not lay out, but 122 tackles as a rookie, 101 the following year, 139 in 2020, 66 this year, obviously, and 163 last year. But you see, he's never been a big sack guy, 5'2", 4, and 3 from 2018 to 2021. So, yeah, I wouldn't make a trade for Roquan Smith. I think he's a little bit too expensive with what you have to give up and if you want to keep him in the future. So those are my thoughts on Roquan. We're going to get to another Chicago Bear coming up around the corner, but first, where are you watching from right now? And where are you hanging out during the bye week? I have access to all the analytics to see that we have a worldwide audience here on Philadelphia Eagles Now, but where are you right now? Let me know in the comment section. And as you venture down there, make sure you subscribe to the channel. My goal is to make this the best Philadelphia Eagles channel in the entire world and to get to 50,000 subscribers by the end of the year, which hopefully results in a Super Bowl championship. We're currently north of 34,000 subs. So if you want informative, entertaining analysis coming your way every single day, lock us in and hit that red subscribe button. Coming up next, Robert Quinn buzz is back. He continues to get linked to the Philadelphia Eagles, and according to some NFL executives, they believe that he is going to get traded by the selling Chicago Bears. First, though, make sure you sign up with our sportsbook partner, BetUS. 125% deposit bonus if you head to chatsports.com/EaglesBet and enter the promo code EAGLES125. You can bet on the Phillies to win the World Series. The Eagles right now, plus 200 to win the Super Bowl championship. Use that link in that promo code and start betting on some games and be bold about it. All right. Now let's shift gears to the position that I actually think the Eagles need an upgrade at, or another addition at, after that injury to Derek Barnett. Will Howie Roseman go get an edge? Maybe it'll come in the form of Robert Quinn. According to the Washington Post, multiple NFL execs believe Quinn will be shot before the trade deadline. The Bears right now have suffered 3 consecutive losses. They play the New England Patriots this week. And New England has been really hot, so Chicago might be in a position to sell. And why would they want to rebuild right now with an edge rusher who's a little bit older on the wrong side of 30? Eagles are rumored to be interested, and it's easy to see why. Him in this scheme, given the players on that defensive front, he could be a really quality player. And last year, he had a career year. Now, this guy's been in the league since, I believe, 2012. So he's been getting it done for a really long time. And last year was one of the best for him. 18.5 sacks. That is profound. That is nuts. 49 tackles, 17 tackles for loss, and 4 forced fumbles. He can play in a 3-4. He can play in the 4-3. The Eagles kind of run that multiple 4-3 look, but sometimes they only rush 3. And Quinn this year, not having a year like he had last year, but I think that's more of a byproduct of his surroundings. He also has a new scheme with Matt Eberflus leading the charge as the new head coach of the Chicago Bears. 7 tackles here in 2022 with a sack and a tackle for loss to go along with 2 quarterback hits. And really, my thoughts here with Robert Quinn. You put him on this defensive line with the upstart Jordan Davis, who continues to really shine and make some plays. Fletcher Cox, Javon Hargrave, Hassan Reddick, Josh Sweat, Brandon Graham. This guy could be a great acquisition at the trade deadline if you want to go all in right now and make a serious move that will help catapult you to a Super Bowl championship. And he would get pass rush opportunities in this defense. And he'd be adding to a defensive line and a defense that is top 5 in the league in sacks right now. Eagles sack leaders up to this point. Hassan Reddick leading the way with 4.5. Brandon Graham having a great year coming off that torn Achilles with 3. Fletcher Cox also has that Allen Iverson number at 3. Josh Sweat with 2.5. TJ Edwards from that linebacker spot with 2. And Javon Hargrave got on the board against the Washington Commanders earlier in the year when the Eagles sacked Carson Wentz 9 times. So you put Robert Quinn on this defense with these players here on your screen, and I think that he would be able to produce. And honestly, when you think about it, right, given his age, given his experience level, given what he's done in the National Football League, it really does remind you of another acquisition that happened when the Eagles were going after it prior to the 2017 season, when they picked up Chris Long from the New England Patriots, who the year before had won a Super Bowl championship. Like, Chris Long, I believe, went number 2 in the draft several years ago to the St. Louis Rams. He had a couple of really good years and went to the New England Patriots. He was a little bit older, but then comes to the Eagles, has a couple of really good years, and Robert Quinn would be able to do that as well as he's under contract for the next couple of years. So let me ask you this before we hop on out of here for this particular segment. I see some big super chats came in. It's been hard to compose myself doing this show live, but pick an edge rusher for 2022. BB for Brian Burns, RQ for Robert Quinn. Sound off and let me know. If you want to interact with me on social media, make sure you do so. Twitter and Instagram. You want to hit me up about the Birds, the Philly sports scene. I also cover the NBA and college football here. Shoot, you want to talk life and need some life advice. I've been through some things. It's at Chase_Senior on Twitter and IG. I'm not going to lie to my boy Elijah Stovall. At the start of that cut, I saw the $100 super chat come in. It was very, very hard to compose myself during that entire segment, which, how long was that? Like 12, 13 minutes?
11 and a half.
11 and a half minutes?
I'm sitting here in the chat. They're like, guys, we got to go. We got to go. And I'm like, I know. Just give us a second. Give us a minute.
I also heard Trace in my ear. I'm like breaking this thing down. He's like, oh, my God, $100. I look down and I see the red. I'm like, oh, my God. Should I stop the segment or keep it moving? Of course, I kept it moving because we're keeping it professional. But Elijah, $100 super chat.
You got to smell some smelling salts.
Now that you came in here, can you get the smelling salts on my desk? Yeah. That's what the super chat menu was. And was everybody laughing in the comment section saying, like, how is he doing this?
So
right
they were asking. They were like, so when are we going to drink some beers? Where are these smelling salts? What's going on here? And I was like, guys, like 2 minutes.
2 minutes.
We're so close to being done.
We're so close. Elijah, everybody type ES in the comment section. We certainly appreciate that from Elijah.
Elijah. And also, John also sent a super chat right before the cut started as well. So I wanted to give him some love.
Thank you for the 5, my man. Dear Dallas fans, I told you to enjoy 4-2. Yes, you did, John. Heard it here first. Our Birds are leaving you in the dust. Stop with your backup quarterback excuses. Fly, Eagles, fly. John, appreciate that. All right, thank you, Abby. So throw up that super chat menu because I think Elijah was responding to the super chat menu, and that's why he sent this $100 super chat. So right now the Eagles are on a bye week. But there's no sleeping during the bye. So what I did, I bought some smelling salts. Now, usually they come in tablets, but this is in a bottle, and it's really strong. This is ammonia. So you just kind of give it a sniff, and it really wakes you up. Woo! Oh, it's strong.
Get in there, Senior.
Dude,
Get in there.
The directions, usually when you get the tablets, you put it right under your nose.
It's brutal.
It says here, keep it 6 inches away from your nose because it's so strong. So it's really strong. Yeah, both of you got it close, and the first time I did it,
'cause I ain't scared.
I did it really closely, and my eyes started watering.
We ain't scared.
It was very strong. So, yeah, some smelling salts for Elijah for that $100 super chat because we ain't going to sleep, and our coverage doesn't stop here on Philadelphia Eagles Now. Trace, I'm going to give you a beer for your Freedom Funnel if you want that because there are no Trulies or seltzers. I know, poor Trace. Unless there was some in there, I'm not sure. You can check that fridge. So Trace is going to do his Freedom Funnel. I will shotgun a beer for Elijah's $100 super chat.
Gimme.
Now, the past couple of weeks. Oh, there you go. You got that Topo Chico. You don't want that?
No.
All right. So, Elijah, you're the man. Appreciate that. Don't worry, folks. If you're just tuning in, we got a $100 super chat. So we have to celebrate. We appreciate Elijah for that. Going to shotgun a beer, and then we'll keep the show moving. We have 2 segments left. We're not lightweights here. Just like Philadelphians aren't lightweights.
No fugazis, no shiesties, no nonsense.
See, Philadelphians are never scared. Nor are we. We'll give you the Fly Eagles Fly song as well.
I might need it.
All right. Thanks, Elijah.
No, we'll be good.
Are you guys drinking for Saints tonight?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah?
I'm going to be drinking a lot.
Nice. Well, Trace and Abby will be live on Saints later.
It's Saints now,
That's
but
the Saints
later.
crew.
Saints now.
I like how you
But
did
it's
that.
actually going to be Saints
They'll
later.
be live on Saints Now later for Thursday Night Football. Make sure you support them. Just search the channel on YouTube. They'll be drinking, but Trace, he's getting warmed up. That's why he had to do the Freedom Funnel there. So where are you hanging out during the bye? Let me know. We asked this question a little bit earlier. Where are you at? Get into the comments section. Let us know. Also, I'm going to send out a message to the rest of the live shows here. Let's see. We have Petey to see where the super chats are.
Where are we hanging out, guys? Where are we watching? Where are we watching the rest of the other unimportant NFL games? Like, because the Eagles aren't playing, but where are we watching the games this week? Chris Scott, my brother Chase, what's good, my man?
Chris Scott, what it do, my guy? Jeffrey Simpson, how many beers are left?
Ayo!
We got a couple more beers.
Enough.
Let's do this. We got the 100 from Elijah. We're at 115 right now. If we get to 150, I should say when we get to 150, we'll crack some more beers. How about that, Jeffrey? Appreciate that $5 super chat. Of course, we ring the bell for you, and we ring the bell earlier for John. You guys are the best for continuing to support everything that we do. Philadelphia Eagles Now is where it's at, and we do appreciate the support. Coming up next on the show, we're going to do an all-too-early look at the Eagles list of 2023 free agents. First, though, make sure you start getting your questions in. Hashtag Eagles, better yet, Super Chat to get featured on the show. We'll do a little hybrid mailbag coming up a little bit later. So hashtag Eagles or Super Chat to get those questions or those takes featured on the program. We'll do that with our third segment of the show. We don't have a fan in here, do we?
No.
It got taken away from us?
I guess it did.
Absolutely brutal. It's getting a little hot. All good, though. So that's what's coming up next. What'd you say? Oh, okay. You want to just make it real quick? I'll give some shout-outs to the people. Oh! Jeffrey! All right, I'm going to ask for a fan. It is getting way too hot in here.
It's getting hot in here, so take off all your clothes. Chase is getting so hot, so he's going to take his clothes off.
Not really, though. Not really, though. Somebody coming in? All right. I'll shotgun another beer. Oh, wow. We got the big boy fan. Love it. I'd say maybe plug it in over there and then angle it my way, I guess. Thank you for doing that. Smelling salts in the fan. You're the MVP. Matt Ruiz, you said Carapool, unfortunate. Everybody typing that
Take
JS
it off.
for
Take
Jeffrey
it
Simpson. All
That's
right.
from Matt Ruiz, not
Shoot.
me.
All right, what should I do? Shotgun a beer, type S, or drink a Corona, type C? S for shotgun, C for Corona. S for shotgun, C for Corona. Let me know right now. I'll drink a Corona, S for the shotgun. Carapool said, be a man. A noob. Chris Scott typing that S. Mr. Tum typing S as well. Tyrone Williams giving us that S. Jay Mizdow typing C. All right, I'll shotgun another beer. I'll do it for the family. Stay tuned, though. We'll get into the Eagles 2023 free agents. And if you're not watching this live, you can always skip forward as well if you don't like the antics. But hey, got to show love to our subscribers.
Because if you ain't subscribed,
You ain't alive. All right. Another shotty for the peeps. We got a fan in here, thank God. Nah, bro, just get drunk instead. We can talk later. I got to get the cuts, man. I do got to do my job, but it doesn't stop us from having fun because we are built different. All right, shotty for Jeffrey.
chug, 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 chug. I shit you not, I saw 4 sips. That is it. 4 sips for an entire beer is extremely
We got one,
impressive.
Tommy.
4 shots.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Come on.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh, guys.
You guys are going to love
guys,
this.
get him out of here. Boo! Boo!
You're going to love this. How about them Cowboys? Would you look at that? This is a good man here. He will admit that the Cowboys are frauds because they got that beat down from the Philadelphia Eagles, partner. See you in December, he said. Gotta love it. Tom Downey the man. Hopefully in January. That would be great as well. Could you replug that in there, Tom? Yeah. Thanks, man.
I thought that was me.
Tom Downey, we appreciate him for coming on and being a good sport. Right? Give him credit for being a good sport. Yes, sir, partner, I reckon, from John. Boy, his eyes look salty as fuck. Yes, they do. How about them Cowboys?
Make sure you're using hashtag Eagles. Get some questions in. We don't have hardly anything in. Y'all
Yeah.
not want to get on the show? Like, what's going on now?
It's the third segment anyway, so we'll be all right. We'll be all right. Cash Owner, I see you. John O'Malley. Before we dive into the 2023 Eagles free agents, a lot of big super chats that came in, so we got to do it, man. We got to do it. Fly, Eagles, fly on the road to victory. Fight, Eagles, fight. Score a touchdown, 1, 2, 3. Hit 'em low, hit 'em high, and watch our Eagles fly. Fly, Eagles, fly on the road to victory. E-A-G-L-E-S, Eagles! Let's
Elijah
go.
with another 20.
Elijah with another 20.
Yeah, Elijah's a madman. He's here to party. He's
All
here
right,
to go.
$16 away from Trace doing another Freedom Funnel.
He's ready to throw down.
Jay Dixon, do you guys like any Premier League teams? I'm not a big soccer guy. World Cup, though, I'll be all in later this year. I needed to burp so bad.
That was hot.
ES, Rich as F or something from Matt Ruiz. Elijah Stovall's an OG. He is an OG. Oh, no!
Oh, shit!
Oh!
Shit!
Oh!
Oh! Holy shit!
Jeffrey Simpson.
Ayo!
All right. Make
Hey,
them
Jeffrey, it's your birthday. Come on, Jeffrey, it's your birthday.
JS.
Holy shit. Well, there you go.
All right. Trace, you want to do the smelling salts?
Gimme.
Here's the smelling salts.
Gimme.
Jeffrey Simpson. No sleep for you.
No sleep.
Oh, dude, you went so close. He's getting awake for Thursday Night Football. Give me those. Another
my hands are
100,
sweating.
Abby will come in. She's helping us
Oh
on
my
Eagles
God.
Now today. We're kind of the Eagles Now team here on Thursdays. Once
Go
we get
away,
done our
Siri.
Amazon Alexa duties, we all team up together. So another 100, Abby comes on, and she'll do the smelling salts. My goodness, Jeffrey Simpson.
Wow.
Jeffrey Simpson and Elijah Stovall, MVPs, make the L3. And then we'll start breaking down these free agents here in the 2023 class for the Philadelphia Eagles. By the way, 7 likes away from 100. If we don't get there in the next minute, the bosses are telling me we got to shut the stream off, folks. All right, so hit that thumbs up icon, like the video. We're 7 likes away from 100. Let's get to the century mark here. Matt Ruiz, these boys about to be wasted. For that 100, Trace is going to have to do the Freedom Funnel. I said once we got to 200, he would do it.
I have to?
He has to.
You mean I get to? Come on now.
I've liked on 6 accounts, guys. Come on, from Kara Poole. Got to 100. Did it in 23 seconds.
Oh!
Oh my gosh!
Oh my God!
No
Oh my
way!
God! Holy cow! Holy
No
shit!
way!
Oh my God! Give me the
Jeffrey!
smelling salts. Give me the damn salts.
Are you
Give
on
me
the
damn
road,
salts.
brother? Here are the salts.
Abby!
Yeah, Abby needs to come in to do the salts.
Oh my God!
You got to come in to do the salts.
You didn't agree, but. Oh!
Oh my goodness.
You want
Jeffrey.
Who sent that in?
Jeffrey.
That was the second one. What's the second one? Dude.
So a Trace Freedom Funnel coming up, and then somebody has to do a boot. I'm going to ask somebody if they want to do the boot.
Das Boot. Chugs has the fastest time.
What's Chug's time?
Chugs is like less than 9 seconds.
Sheesh.
Wow.
I
Jeffrey.
have 11.4. Oh my God, I can smell it.
Jeffrey.
I can too, it's brutal.
Are you kidding me, Jeffrey?
I can smell it from here.
It's ridiculous. Did you do it yet?
No.
My eyes are
right.
still watering. I have a headache.
Yeah. You
I'll get ya.
don't get too close.
Oh.
Don't get too close. Don't get too close.
Dude,
It's very strong.
dude, we gotta get
Smelling salts for $100. That's on the super chat menu.
My left nostril is hurting.
Ayo said Abby is gorgeous.
Oh my God, I need it.
Thank you.
I'm
Abby
dying.
said thank you, Ayo.
Where's my compliment?
Nick
Ayo?
Stone, this
Fuck.
channel is so much fun. That's what we like to do.
Ayo, am I not beautiful? What the hell?
Coleslaw. This channel just was randomly suggested to me. The chaos is fun. Subscribe to the channel. Trying to get to 50,000 subs by the end of the year.
Wanna
We
know
give you
why?
videos every single day. We like to go hard and party, but also I take this news, rumors, analysis, breaking news, live shows, and watch parties very, very seriously. So subscribe to the channel. Subscribe to the channel, please. Chaotic evil from Care. That kind of sums up the channel a little bit.
Because there's one thing. This wise man once told me. If you ain't subscribed, you ain't alive. So you gotta subscribe.
All right, after the next segment, Harrison's going to come on to do a beer bong because of that other $100 super chat. Trace will also do his Freedom Funnel after the next segment as well. We're going to take a look at the Eagles 2023 free agents. Let me just ask you all this. Who else is doing this? Who else is partying with the Fly Eagles Fly family, but also
Shakes.
giving you this content? Nobody. Nobody. Hit that red sub button right now if you haven't already done so. Coleslaw, welcome to the team. You want to make him an L3 as well? Coleslaw, welcome to the team. Simple as that. Potion, Trizzy, and Double A coming in hot for Saints now. Yes, they are. Yes, they are.
Y'all come show up and show out. Let's have some fun, baby.
Yep, we appreciate the super chats. Philly Big Dog 68, typing that JS for Jeffrey. Ayo, who else has Abby? Nobody. Well, she does contribute on multiple channels here at Chat Sports, but on Thursdays, the bosses have assigned us to be the Eagles crew. Kara Poole, thank me later, and we're happy to have Trizzy and Abby. And all of you, by the way. Cash owner, using that hashtag Eagles. Matt Ruiz! Matt Ruiz with 5. We ring the bell. We ring the bell. E-A-G-L-E-S, Eagles. What up, Matt, my guy? Can't be out here dropping 100s, but here it ain't much it'll do. Bro, nobody has to drop 100s, but if people do, it honestly does so much for us here at Chat Sports. I was the 8th employee hired March 1 of last year. Now we have 20 employees. There are 4 studios. when I took over. Now we have like 8 legit ones, and we partner with Amazon. A lot of that because of y'all. So, Matt, I'm going to crack a Corona for you. Corona for Matt.
Matt says, God, I'm good looking on that screen. I cannot agree more, my man.
I can't.
That is beautiful.
I don't disagree, homie. It's my guy. Everybody is beautiful who's watching the show right now. All right. Welcome to the team, Coleslaw. Thanks for subscribing. Kara Poole, waiting for my application. Kara, you're already the Eagles now mother. All right? You're the
Mama
mom.
Eagle.
You're the mom Eagle.
Come
Mama
on now.
Eagle. Mama Eagle. That's for Kara Poole. Potion, Chat Sports CEO is a friggin' genius.
At Yoder.
I'm going to at my bosses. You saying that, Potion.
Happy to be here, loving the channel. Coleslaw, man.
Coleslaw.
We also do during the regular season and whenever the Eagles are playing, we do watch parties, and it gets way more fun than these just regular ones because we're doing play-by-play, chopping it up. It's a good time, man. You got to stop by.
Facts. What up, Tom? Good. Carapool, Potion, Matt Ruiz, Ayo. Thanks for watching the show. Oh, you know who's a real OG? Ryan Rowe. He has his notifications on. He comments all the time. Everybody type RR. I want to show him some love. He's always in the comment section. RR, you're the man. I think the Eagles should go 10-0. Chase should grow a beard. I wish I could. I can't really grow a beard. It would be very spotty.
You should try your best to do a Jason Kelsey beard, man.
I wish I could. You could.
I could.
I couldn't necessarily do that. I could do something else. I could do another challenge, but I thought I missed Thomas. I don't know, man. Hey, Thomas started his own channel. Looks as though he's doing a good job, but nobody does it like we do it here, Matt. I appreciate the compliment. Babyface Chase is way too good a nickname to ruin it. Babyface Chase. Babyface Chase. Babyface Chase. Let's go. All right.
Ayo's asking, why hasn't Travis Kelce been, or not, Jason Kelsey, excuse me. Why hasn't Jason Kelsey been shotgunning beers with us? That's a good question.
I added him. So what's funny is that now that he has that podcast with his brother, he's active on Twitter. When I added him on Twitter, he wasn't active at the time.
That podcast is hilarious. Y'all got to check it out if you haven't. It is
a really good podcast.
It's very
Jason
funny.
Kelsey, Travis Kelsey.
Get a lot of cool inside information about the game. It's interesting.
JaVale Bledsoe. JaVale Bledsoe. JaVale Bledsoe. JaVale Bledsoe. Love you, boys. Go Birds. Go Birds. Awesome. All right. At last, going to talk about those 2023 Eagles free agents. If you're pumped up about the Eagles, just spam E. I want everybody watching right now to spam E. Let's get some other people in here. All right. Lou G with 5. Let's get to that after this upcoming segment. After this upcoming segment, Trace Freedom Funnel. Harrison's going to do a shot fun. He's not going to do the beer bong anymore. He's going to do the shot fun, which is even better. It's a shotgun that you drink a beer out of. So that's what's coming up around the corner. Share this video. Let your homies know that we're live on Philadelphia Eagles Now, and we're having a lot of fun. Eagles Now happy hour after our third segment. This is our second segment, so let's get to it right now here on Eagles Now. Coming your way on today's show, we're going to take a look ahead at the entire list of the Philadelphia Eagles 2023 free agent class. The Eagles might be on a bye week this week, but our coverage doesn't stop and we don't sleep because we know the Eagles are game planning for the Pittsburgh Steelers, and we continue to push out content here on Philadelphia Eagles Now. That's why you subscribe to the channel. So the purpose of today's show, to really look ahead at some of the decisions that this front office is going to have to make with some of their own players. We fielded questions a lot here on the show about what those 2023 free agents are going to look like in terms of the class. So here we're going to play the role of general manager together. So the entire list of free agents this upcoming offseason, it's long, it has star power, there are a bunch of really legitimate players, and a lot of very, very difficult decisions to make for Howie Roseman and the crew. Fletcher Cox going to hit free agency. So too is Brandon Graham, 2 Eagles legends there. Javon Hargrave has been a great pickup from the Pittsburgh Steelers the last couple of years. We'll talk about him in a moment coming up. Jason Kelsey, also an all-time Eagle. James Bradbury has been making noise as one of of the best cornerbacks in the NFL this year. What a pickup by this front office. Isaac Seumalo, Andre Dillard, Kaiser White, TJ Edwards, and Boston Scott also going to have an opportunity to get paid in 2023 NFL free agency. And then you look further at this list, there are 19 total free agents on the current roster. Zach Pascal, Miles Sanders is a player who I'd like to see back because I think you can get him for a very affordable price. He's still young, and this year he's played his best football. Rick Lovato, the long snapper. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson, a.k.a. C.D. Deuce, has really been finding his groove at that safety spot because with the New Orleans Saints, he primarily played slot corner. Sua Opeta going to be a free agent. So too are Tyree Jackson, Janarius Robinson, who the Eagles recently signed, Gardner-Johnson, Marcus Epps. So a lot of very difficult decisions for Howie Roseman and crew as to which players they want to bring back as this Super Bowl window will remain open. And of course, you have to factor in that Jalen Hurts could land a huge contract extension if he continues to play at an MVP caliber level. We're only getting started on today's show. First, though, I want to hear from you. We just looked at 19 free agents who are set to hit the open market. Who is the top priority free agent going into this free agency period? Let me know right now in the comment section and drop me a name or names. And as you go down there, make sure you hit that red subscribe button if you haven't already done so. Our goal by the end of the year, 50,000 subscribers. Right now, we're north of 34,000, and we really specialize and take over and dominate the field of competition during moments when there's breaking news in free agency, NFL draft. So this is Philadelphia Eagles Now, your go-to spot for year-round coverage of your Philadelphia Eagles. So I really want to break down a couple of the marquee players on this list that I think are going to be some of the priority targets for the Philadelphia Eagles, and really the players that I think Howie Roseman should look at and start to plan right now for who they want to bring back. And obviously, this list has a couple of legendary birds with Fletcher Cox, Brandon Graham, as well as Jason Kelce. And what a career both Cox and Brandon Graham have had. These guys have been all-time Eagles. You look at what Cox has been able to do. He's been in the league about a decade, 163 games played, 61 sacks. Outside of Aaron Donald for the last several years, he's been one of the more dominant defensive tackles that we've seen in recent memory. 19 quarterback hits, 79 tackles for loss, and 15 forced fumbles. And it's actually pretty wild to see how similar the numbers are between 91 and number 55. Brandon Graham, 167 games, 62 sacks, quarterback hits, 131, 108 tackles for loss, and 20 forced fumbles. These two have been absolute pillars with where the Eagles' defense has been, where it's going, I believe, and the culture that they've been able to sustain for a really long time. And I said where this defense is going because I want to see both Cox and Graham back. These are guys who are lifetime Eagles, legendary Eagles, and it would be weird to see them in other uniforms, and both of them are having really good seasons, and they still have gas left in the tank. So with that, I want to put you to the test here because a lot of people are huge fans of both Fletcher Cox as well as Brandon Graham. So who is your favorite Philadelphia Eagle among these two greats? I want you to give me an FC for Fletcher Cox or a BG for Brandon Graham. Let me know right now in the comment section. Do appreciate all of you for supporting the show. And if you like what we're doing here on Eagles Now, make sure you give me a follow on Twitter and Instagram at Chase_Senior, because I'm always tweeting out the latest Philadelphia Eagles news, latest Eagles rumors. I always try to keep everybody up to date with all of the content that we do and everything that we're cooking up. So hit that red subscribe button right now. Let's move forward and talk about Jason Kelce here. Trace, I got it. Jason Kelce really on a year-to-year basis right now. And Kelce has proven that he is still one of the best centers in the NFL. He is playing at an extraordinarily high and exceptional level. I went back and watched some of the tape of what he did against the Dallas Cowboys. He was able to handle everything. The Cowboys were trying to confuse the Birds offensively with some of their stunts. They were going delayed blitzes, and Jason Kelce knew what was coming. There were a couple of times where he put DeMarcus Lawrence right on his ass. And if Jason Kelce wants to come back another year, he can certainly do that. He's coming out with the Christmas album alongside Jordan Mailata and Lane Johnson. His podcast is off to a good start. He's setting himself up for future success after the game of football. But for Jason Kelce, if he wants to come back, continue to play, and just put Cam Jurgens on the back burner yet again, Jurgens, I think, is the next Jason Kelce, but he's still on that rookie contract for the next couple of years, so that's fine at the end of the day. As for Javon Hargrave, there was early buzz back several weeks ago, maybe even a couple of months ago now, that the Eagles were trying to work on a contract extension. But here's really where it comes down to for the futures of Javon Hargrave, for Fletcher Cox. If Jordan Davis continues to excel and play really good football and dominate on the interior of this defensive line, that could decide the fate of a defensive tackle, maybe even two. Now, the big concern with Jordan Davis all along, is he a two-down player? Is he a three-down player? Can he play well against the pass, or is he only a run stopper? If the Eagles only believe that he's a two-down player, then it's going to be really imperative to bring back a Fletcher Cox, maybe bring back a Javon Hargrave as well. But also, the Eagles, they only have a limited amount of money to spend, and there are a lot of players who are trying to get paid. Speaking of getting paid, James Bradberry, folks, let me tell you right now, he's earning himself the bag. And the fact that Howie Roseman brought him in on a one-year, $10 million deal so late in the process in free agency, it reminds me of that Patrick Robinson deal during the 2017 season in which he was the slot corner that played well under Jim Schwartz on an Eagles defense that ended up winning a Super Bowl. But Bradberry's been even better than that. With how well he's playing, he could seriously garner cornerback one money on the open market, because other teams out there are going to want to pay James Bradberry a lot of money if they think that he's capable of being that top corner like he's been this year alongside Darius Slay, and like what the Giants had envisioned when they gave him that big deal a few years ago in free agency. And you look at his numbers here. Passer rating when targeted, it's astounding. 32.4. His overall Pro Football Focus grade, 76.1. His coverage grade, 80.8. That's elite among all corners in the league. 15 solo tackles, 2 interceptions. One came against the Cowboys. The other came on that pick six against the Detroit Lions in week 1. And he has a league high 9 pass breakups. And up to this point, through 6 games, it hasn't been close when you want to break down the top cornerback duos in the NFL. It's been Darius Slay, it's been James Bradberry, and then you add Avonte Maddox, Marcus Epps, and C.J. Gardner-Johnson. This Eagles secondary as a whole has been fantastic, led in part by Slay and Bradberry, who are the best cornerback duo in the league. So let me ask you this question. Darius Slay next year has a base salary of $17 million. Would you pay Bradberry $15 million to come back? That's $5 million more than what he's making this year. P for pay, T for too much. Once again, let me know and sound off, be the general manager. We do have a great deal that we want to tell you about thanks to our friends at Fanatics. This Eagles hoodie, Nike hoodie, I just purchased one, was $85, limited time only, on sale for $60. Now, I live in enemy territory because the Chat Sports studios are based here in Dallas, Texas. I've gone on a couple of runs the last couple of mornings. It's been 40, 45 degrees. I was in New York and Philadelphia a couple of weeks ago. It was chilly, got down to 39 degrees. It's the perfect time to get an Eagles hoodie so that you can support the undefeated Birds and stay warm in the process. This has that thermal technology on it. Head to chatsports.com/birds hoodie, but you have to use that link for that deal down below to apply. Again, limited time only, and so that Fanatics knows that Chat Sports sent you. Another priority on this Eagles roster, in my opinion, it's C.J. Gardner-Johnson. This guy has drip, he has swagger, he has confidence, and he has really added to this awesome Eagles culture that was put in place by Nick Sirianni. And I think all of those attributes are really needed in the locker room. And after a slow start, which I kind of anticipated for CD Deuce, where he had to play a lot more safety than he had traditionally, because going into this year, he had played more than 1,100 snaps at slot and nickel corner, only about 80 snaps or so at safety. He has become more and more acclimated in Jonathan Gannon's scheme, And I think this guy is also a priority free agent that the Eagles need to bring back. And Jonathan Gannon had some interesting things to say about Chauncey Gardner-Johnson, saying this past week. I think every building that you go to is different, Gannon said. The dynamics are different for 32 teams. When he came here, there was a little bit of a feeling out process of how do meetings go? How do we install things? What does practice looks like? What's the communication like between player to player, coach to player, coach to coach? I think CJ, once he went through that feeling out process, I think ultimately he probably let his guard down a little bit and said, you know what? Great, I can be who I am here as long as this, and this happens, and I'll be respected if I'm accountable and disciplined and I care about my teammates. And the Eagles have a great culture right now. I think it's a huge component and a huge pillar of trying to win a consistent winner and championship contender. And if you look at some of the Eagles' post-game videos of them in the locker room, you see that C.J. Gardner-Johnson has kind of been leading the charge of players rallying around him, and I don't think that you can really underestimate that. As for our chat stats portion of today's show, goes to show you just how good the secondary has been with Darius Slay, James Bradbury, and C.D. Deuce. The Eagles secondary has the lowest opposing quarterback passer rating in football, and they're allowing quarterbacks to complete less than 57% of their passes after last year, in which they allowed a league worst nearly 70%. So the cornerback and secondary upgrades that Howie Roseman has been able to make, it's gone a long way in improving this football team. Going to put you to the test once more here in the Philadelphia Eagles Now comment section. If you had to pick one to pay among C.J. Gardner-Johnson and James Bradbury, who would you pick? CJ for CD Deuce, JB for James Bradbury. Once again, you be Howie Roseman and the general manager of this football team. As for an under-the-radar player, who a lot of people might sleep on, yeah, we could talk about Marcus Epps because he gets filed under this category as well. Shoot, Miles Sanders might be as well. How about TJ Edwards? TJ Edwards, when he first came into the league, was raw. I didn't expect him to have the career that he's had, but he has emerged as a legitimate linebacker. Finally, because how often was this Eagles defense over the last several years, honestly, not even a joke, going back to like Jeremiah Trotter, a little bit there with Nigel Bradham, they have not invested in that linebacker spot. They have not had legitimate playmakers there, and TJ Edwards has evolved into that. And the fact that he's wearing the green dot on his helmet, he's taken the play calls from Jonathan Gannon. He's one of the captains of this defense, and he's actually balling out and one of the better tacklers and play recognizers on this team. I'd bring him back, and I don't think that he'll demand a lot of money in free agency. Make sure you keep your eyes peeled for TJ Edwards and a potential contract extension because I do believe Philadelphia really does value him. So with that, let's pose this question once more. Who is the Eagles' top priority free agent? We went through the entire list. If you have to go back and check it out, you can look at it. Shoot, this show could have been an hour, but we fit it in and we condensed it to some of the key talking points here. Appreciate all of you for tuning in. Make sure you like the video and subscribe. And as always, thanks for your support of Philadelphia Eagles Now. All right, good stuff right there. The top Eagles priority free agent is who? Let me know. Who is it? Get into the comment section. Let us know. I can live with White and Dean. Not a bad point. You'd have to bring back Kaiser White, but you signed him to a one-year deal, so he should be affordable. That's coming from Big Chris. Big Chris, you sent this dude 100. Let's see. Big Chris, we have two $100 super chats, a $50 super chat, and another $100 super chat. That's just what we do. People like our content. We appreciate the support as well. So because we got, Lou G, by the way, $5 super chat. Should have kept McLeod instead of Harris this offseason. Yeah, but they haven't missed him much. You know, he's a good leader. He's been playing okay for the Indianapolis Colts, but the Eagles' defense right now, it's one of the best in the league, so they haven't really missed him all that much. But Lou G, I see where you're coming from, and Lou G, you are the G. Because we got that $100 super chat, we're bringing on the homie, the real one, my man, Harrison Graham. He's going to do the shot fun here. Now,
first talk about my experience.
Yes, we should talk about the experience.
So, I have tried this on some of my shows, Bears and Chiefs, and it has not gone well.
No.
We've got a clip that Chase can post on his social media if he chooses to, where basically basically what you do, you cock the gun, you pull the trigger, and beer kind of semi-quick pours out, but not
A shotgun effect, which is why it's called the shot fun.
Yeah, but it's not when I've done it, it is shot out. The exit velo is Bryce Harper level.
Yes.
As Eagles fans know.
Yes, or Kyle Schwarber. 120 exit velo game 1.
So Mitchell Renz, one of our other hosts here at Chat Sports, called the CEO of this company, that might be a strong word, whoever made this item, you can't do it with warm beers.
Yes.
So I've got a cold one ready. It should work, and I need the practice. So should we film this, Trace?
Let's do it.
Trace,
I got you. I'll film it.
Yes.
I'll film it
I'm
just
trying
in
to
case.
find, where was that picture sent? Was it in production of the explosion? Announcements? Okay. We're looking through. There it is. So this is Harrison's previous experience with the shot fun. It just exploded everywhere. Pause. But hopefully this one goes a little bit better. So HG, take it away for the $100 super chat, and watch the laptop. Maybe take a step back a little. We don't want to do a Tyler Jones here. Or you, yes, but you didn't damage your laptop. Yeah, Tyler broke his laptop on the company. Yes, fried it.
Okay, so do you have your mouth ready to go?
Yeah, just because the flow starts.
Okay,
Yeah.
Here we go. All right, guys, wish me luck.
That's a success right there.
It's not coming out. It's not coming out.
I see it coming out of the top.
It's not coming out.
Oh, I think you need to pull it harder on the top. There we go. No explosion. He got it. The shot fun is going down. Harrison Graham for the $100 super chat. Clean pour. Clean pour. You also have to do it with the cold beer. You can't do it with the warm beer. Yes, you got to pull it really hard or cock it really hard. Yeah. Good job. Everybody type HG in the comment section.
HG. Hey, he said that was the weakest funnel I've ever seen. I'm about to go get the beer bong and show him a real one.
Well,
Big
it's because it
Chris.
wasn't coming out, Big
Yeah,
Chris.
it
Once it
was-
came out,
that wasn't on Harry. That's
it was great.
That's utility error, not user.
Yeah. Now, Trace, you have to do your freedom funnel, or you can do your beer bong instead.
I mean, I think I'm
You owe
I'm
one.
Getting the beer bong. I'm
You
getting the beer
doing the beer bong? All right. So Trace is going to go get the beer bong. We do have one more segment left. You have the funnel? All right. He's going to do the funnel instead. So Trace is going to do that freedom funnel. Yeah, you kind of know what you're doing. Now, we're experimenting with the shot fun. This is a new item here at Chat Sports. So here's Trizzy. Chasing Trizzy.
Hey,
Keep it busy.
Chris, this is how you shotgun a beer. Not shotgun, funnel beer. Ready?
Yep. Pretty easy. Like it ain't nothing.
Done.
Like it ain't nothing.
Done.
All right. For those supers that came in, I'll just chug the rest of this Corona too. Cheers, homies. Yeah, it's good. Thanks. Thank you for the supers. We're $6 away from 400. $6 away from 400. I definitely think we're going to get there. No, the smelling salts were only for $100. Let's show the Super Chat menu one more time, and then we'll get to our final segment of the show. And then if the Super Chats keep coming in, we'll hang out and doing a little Eagles Now happy hour. Chat Sports Super Chat menu. $5, we ring the Liberty Bell. $10, EAGLES, Eagles champ. $20, we'll sing the Fly Eagles Fly song. $50, it's a shotgun or a freedom funnel. We've already done a couple of those. And then $100, no sleeping during the bye. And because we're not trying to sleep, we have some smelling salts. Now, they're not the normal tablets, but honestly, I've done the tablets before. You can put that right under your nose. This is a canister that's like high-quality potency. You can't even put it near your nose, otherwise you start crying. It's even stronger. Let me see
Okay,
it.
hold on. Listen to this label. Do not use if you are a Cowboys fan because you're a loser. Can't handle the strength because they're frauds.
You heard it.
This Canadian company knows what they're doing. They know what they're talking about.
So this is it right here. Bottled Insanity, it's called. Bottled Insanity. It is extremely strong. So we've been sniffing these, myself, Trace, and Abby, for every $100 super chat. We've gotten 3 of those so far. So shout out to the real ones for sending those in. Jeffrey!
Oh!
Ready? A 1, 2, 3. It's the EAGLES chant.
EAGLES Eagles!
Jeffrey, we appreciate that. We appreciate that, Jeffrey.
Hey, wait. 2 claps for Jeffrey. 1, 2, 3.
Oh, I missed it. 2 claps for Jeffrey. Boom. Spades Roke seems like a very true label. Yes. Yeah, this stuff is potent. You don't want to do this too much, but that's why we do it for every $100 super chat. Spades Rokes, let's go. LFG, let's go. You already know the deal. All right, one more segment left, and then we will start to do an Eagles Now happy hour, hang out, take your super chats, whatever. We do want some more questions, so use the hashtag Eagles. Let's chop it up. We're going to do a little hybrid mailbag here, where I'm going to give you one thing that the Eagles need to work on during the bye week to continue to stay undefeated, but then we're going to take your questions or your super chats as well. So if you have any questions, you have any super chats, use the hashtag Eagles, send in that super chat. We'll get you featured on the show, no doubt. Kara said, where's your jersey, Trace? It should always be worn.
It's hanging up, so it's not getting all wrinkly.
Yeah, it's hanging up. We don't want any wrinkles here.
I take care of my shit, Kara. Thanks, Mom. I got you.
He wore it Sunday Night Football after the
did.
Super Chats came in because we had to get him out of that Cowboys gear.
Yeah, the bosses were like, nah, we're going to make you mad, and we're going to make all the Eagles fans mad by making you wear a Cowboys crop top. It wasn't even a shirt. It was I got it at fucking Baby Gap. It was brutal.
Big Chris, black Dawkins jersey, green Sproles. I have a green authentic Dawkins jersey that is truly elite. I'll wear that at some point. How about this?
You need to get if you can find a way to get the Kelly Green jerseys next year. If they do like a Jason Kelce.
I have a Kelly Green jersey.
Or if they
I already have one.
Or if they do a Jalen Hurts for next year's Kelly.
That'd be fresh. Yeah, Kelsey's an all-time Eagle. I would get him as a jersey. My rule for jerseys, get an all-timer. Get an all-time player.
Absolutely.
Cool Rains. Hey, Chase, since there isn't a watch party this week, you should do a hate party for Dallas. That'd be fun.
Honestly.
I think I got to go live to do Niners in the afternoon, so I don't know if I'll be able to do it. I wish I could, though. That would be awesome. I don't think that I'll be able to do that, though. That's a good idea for the future, though. How about this? We're at $404 in Super Chats right now. If we get to 500, if we just get to 500 in general, I will wear my authentic Jesus. We just did. I didn't even get to say it.
You want to finish?
I didn't even get to say it.
Do you want to finish it or no? What do you want to do here? What do you want to do here? What are we going to do? What are we going to do? What are we going to do?
Now it's 600 because Elijah comes through with the stack.
Woo!
Let's go! Woo! Let's go, Elijah. Elijah, 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 Elijah.
Woo! Hey!
Spades Roke said it counted, but I didn't even tell y'all what I was doing. I didn't even tell y'all what I was doing.
Where's the smelling salts?
I got to do the smelling salts again. I did it, then Trace did it, then Abby did it, so I got to do the smelling salts again.
I don't know what's going on anymore. This is getting out of hand.
Dude.
Woo!
Woo! That'll make you wake up.
Woo!
Take you to church in the morning.
Woo! Fly, Eagles, fly on the road to victory. Fight, Eagles, fight. Score a touchdown, 1, 2, 3. Hit 'em low, hit 'em high, and watch our Eagles fly. Fly, Eagles, fly on the road to victory. E-A-G-L-E-S, Eagles! All right, so I'm looking at the comment section here. I didn't even get to finish my point and say, if we got to 500, I would do this. Spade Relks is saying, no, it counts. He said, no, you're cheating. Carapool said, doesn't matter, it still counts. So what I was going to say...
Big Chris with an underrated comment.
Big Chris.
Good to see those college degrees at work.
Hey, I went to Temple and studied journalism.
Love you, Mom.
You know, broadcasting career's going well, and the drink flow, they're
it's
going down.
Better.
Okay, so what I was going to say is that if we got to $500 in Super Chats, I will wear my authentic Brian Dawkins jersey during the watch party next week against the Pittsburgh Steelers. So I'm going to do it. I have to do it now. So that's the deal. That's the deal. Spades Relks, thanks for holding me accountable. Carapool as well. The only issue, I'm going to have to wear a hoodie underneath it because it's way too big. So I'm going to have like double fan action on me. Lou G with the 10.
Lou!
It counts, bruh. It counts, bruh. I got you, bruh.
If we hit 600, you want to do a beer bong race?
I will.
All right, $600. If we get to it, me and Abby will do a beer bong race.
$600.
We're pre-gaming the Saints stream.
There we go.
We're pre-gaming Thursday
I like
Night
that.
Football.
It kind
We're
of
gonna have a beer bong
eases
race.
the nerves
Kinda,
a little bit. Yeah.
You know, take a step. My dad always told me whenever you're going into an exam during school, before you go in, take a shot and then go walk to class, because then you're gonna not be worried about it. You're gonna be like, oh my God, that shot tasted like shit, and you're gonna go and ace the test.
You know what my move is before I go out now? One shot of whiskey.
Yep.
One shot
just
of whiskey.
Get a little bit of a buzz, just a little bit of that warm fuzzy feeling.
I
Just
like
get it rolling.
tequila too, but there's that warm feeling that you get with the whiskey.
Yeah.
That
just
is
a little
very
extra
enjoyable.
debauchery. A little extra debauchery.
So we do have one more segment left to get to. Trace just said $600 in Super Chats, and Abby agreed they will do a beer bong race. So we're at $515 right now. So $85 away from doing a beer bong race, and if we get there, I'll shotgun another beer. Probably. Or they'll just do that. Either way, how about this? They'll do the beer bong race at $600 if we get there. Either way, after this next segment, I owe y'all a shotgun. So that's coming up right around the corner. Also, the Brian Dawkins jersey against the Steelers is very fitting because he had a couple of legendary performances against the Pittsburgh Steelers. Are y'all worried about Thursday Night Football? Oh, cool. Bet. Cool. So there won't be a beer bong race. Okay, got it. Okay, cool. So limited time to get those Super Chats in. We're at 5:15. We get to 600. Trace, Abby, they'll do a beer bong race. After this next segment, I will do a shotgun for y'all because we so appreciate the support. So stay tuned. Keep it locked with us. Big Chris, good point. I'm an Eagles fan living in Steelers country. They want nothing more than to hand us our first loss. It's not going to happen. Coming out of the bye week, now, Doug Peterson, Andy Reid, excellent coming out of the bye week. Limited sample size for Nick Sirianni. So, big opportunity for him to keep his team unbeaten. Mailbag, and one thing that the Eagles need to work on to stay unbeaten against Pittsburgh to push that record to 7-0. That's what's coming up next here on the show. Today's MVPs, Elijah Stovall as well as Jeffrey Simpson. Did Elijah just send in that 100? He was that one that sent in that 100, right? Elijah, Jeffrey, you're all incredible human beings and great supporters of the show. Let's get to our last segment. Then it's time for Eagles Now Happy Hour. All right, here we go. On the docket for today's show, the one thing that the Philadelphia Eagles need to improve upon during the bye week to keep that record undefeated going up against the Pittsburgh Steelers next week, coming off of the bye. That's what we have cooked up for today's show. Then we're going to start taking some questions from our loyal subscribers. So let's start to break this down here. The one thing that the Eagles need to work on during the bye week, sustain the offensive scoring. And I understand they've blown a lot of opponents out. They played a dominant brand of football, but really primarily their points have come in the second quarter. And as the season progresses, as the opposition makes some adjustments defensively, going up against this Eagles offense, when you start to get late in the year, and then when the playoffs come around, these games get tight, and you can't just rely on one-quarter explosions. And that's what the Eagles have done so far this year, and that's what's carried them. Their 112 second-quarter points are the most by a team in any quarter through 6 games in NFL history. It really is an astounding number when you break it down and if you decipher it. And they've outscored teams 112-27 in the second frame of ball games up to this point. Week 1, they scored a total of 24 points against the Detroit Lions. Week 2 against the Vikings, 17 points. Week 3 against Washington, 24. Week 4 against the Jags, they scored 29 unanswered in the game, 20 in total. Against the Arizona Cardinals, their lowest scoring second frame of this year, only 7. And then last week against the Cowboys, how about them Cowboys? A 20-point explosion, which really gave them a cushion to win the football game. And this is crazy, too. In every single game so far this season, going into the bye week here in week 7, the Eagles have been up at least 14 points in every single matchup. That really does go to show the rhythm that they've operated with in the second quarter of games and how dominant this offense has been. Shane Steichen's probably going to get poached for a head coaching job. Brian Johnson, the quarterback's coach, might be a play-calling OC somewhere. And Nick Sirianni, he continues to have this offense humming. How about this? Let's compare the 2022 Eagles to other great Eagles teams that also started with a thump. The 2017 Eagles, they're up by 14 plus only once in the first 6 games of the season. The 2004 Eagles that finally punched their ticket to the Super Bowl. I was at that NFC Championship game at the Link against the Atlanta Falcons. I'll never forget that Brian Dawkins hit on Algie Crumpler. They were up 14 plus in 5 of 6 games to start the year. And really the big question for the Birds, is this sustainable for the entire duration of the season? I don't think so, because as the season progresses, when you get into the playoffs, the tempo is a little bit different. The feel of playoff games is a little bit more intense. And if you're going up against some of the top quarterbacks in the NFL, if it's in the NFC, if it's in the AFC, in the Super Bowl, you can build that lead. But some of the elite quarterbacks in this league, those leads don't matter. Look no further than a guy like Patrick Mahomes. So you might be able to build upon and support yourself with a really nice sizable advantage. But those other quarterbacks can come back, and if you can't counter with points scored, that's when the Eagles could find themselves in a very precarious spot. So are you worried about this Eagles offense? That is our poll question for today's show. I want you to get into the comment section right now, and you tell me. Give me a Y for yes or an N for no. Today's sponsor is BetUS, the best sports book that has one of the best deals that any sportsbook has to offer, a 125% deposit bonus if you head to chatsports.com/EaglesBet and use the promo code Eagles125. What that means is you put in $100 to your account, you get an additional $125 back. And because Philadelphia is the epicenter of the sporting universe, because of the Philadelphia Phillies and the Philadelphia Eagles, let's take a look at the odds to win the World Series. Right now, the Phillies, Padres locked in a very good NLCS. The Houston Astros are the favorites to win it all. Even odds. They have a Westchester product on that team, by the way, and Chas McCormick. He went to Henderson. I played against him back in high school. Awesome to see him doing his thing. Hit a home run in Game 1 of the ALCS. And the Philadelphia Phillies, San Diego Padres tied at plus 350 odds, followed by the New York Yankees at plus 550. You want to get your bets in? Do so right now. Let's take the Phils. Hammer the Phils to win the World Series. Bring back another championship. 2008 was magical. Hopefully 2022 can be as well. It's chatsports.com/EaglesBet. Promo code Eagles125. And since Philly is at the center of the sporting universe, rapid fire P. Type P in the comments section, especially if you're pushing that P. Now let's shift gears to the questions coming in from our loyal subscribers. Lou G is a G. A $50 super chat. I'm going to be in Houston for the Thursday night game, repping the Bird Gang. That's awesome, Lou. I wish I could get down there. So Chat Sports is based in Dallas, Texas. I'd love to go down to Houston, but my stepfather turns 80 in November. So I actually have to fly to Florida. And I think I'm going to be doing a watch party from Florida for that game, maybe here. Either way, we'll be doing a watch party for that game, no worries. Lou G, I wish I could join you. Thank you so much for that $50 super chat. Another 50 coming in from Lou G, who already the MVP of today's show. Hurts progressing as a passer is a big key. Example, the first drive against the Cowgirls, he missed a third down throw to move the chains. And that's really what separated Jalen Hurts this year as compared to his first 2 years in the NFL. The footwork is a little bit tighter and a little bit cleaner. I think the arm mechanics, there's been some tweaks, and because of that, he's been more accurate as a passer. I think just because of the level of experience that Jalen Hurts has been able to get, he understands defenses more. He trusts himself more. He's been able to fit the ball into tighter windows. But I go on Coach Jason Brown's YouTube show every single Wednesday. He's the former coach of Independence Community College, featured in Last Chance U. I go on there every single Wednesday at 11 o'clock Eastern, so make sure you tune in. And I was talking to him about quarterbacks because he played quarterback, had a cup of tea in the NFL, and he's coached them throughout his coaching career. He still thinks that Jalen Hurts struggles with some of the anticipatory throws and making some of the throws that some of the elite quarterbacks in this league make. And I agree with him on that. I think he's gotten better with the anticipatory throws and some of the touch on his throws. I think always he's really flourished with throwing that deep ball, but he can get a little bit better there. But what he offers is what guys like Tom Brady, Aaron Rodgers do not. And that's that running threat that does make him a very unique weapon. Lou G, thank you for your donations. Nick Stone, another one of our great subscribers with this. Should we make a trade for Brian Burns and make one for Cam Akers? This is something that we continue to talk about here on the show. I mean, Brian Burns would be my number one dream trade target for Philadelphia because he's under contract next year at a pretty affordable price. I think it's like $10.5 million. And since he's come into the league since being a first-round pick out of Florida State, he's been one of the best edge rushers in the game. And if you look projecting into the future, Fletcher Cox, Javon Hargrave, both free agents. I'd like to see both of them back. Brandon Graham, also a free agent. Like, you have to start building that defensive line for the future down the road, and Brian Burns, still a young player, one of the best and most elite edge rushers in the game. I'd love to see him make a trade for him. Cam Akers, he's appealing because he's still young in his early 20s. Ball security issues, certainly a problem. He hasn't gotten going this year, partially because of the ball security problems, but also that Rams offensive line so bad, and they have the 31st ranked rushing offense in the NFL. Kara Poole, who do you think we need to re-sign? That's a really good question. James Bradbury honestly might be too expensive because you're already paying Slay $17 million next year. Can you afford to pay Bradbury $15 million? That's a lot for two cornerbacks in today's financial climate in the NFL. So I'd say that he's certainly up there. I want to see Brandon Graham and Fletcher Cox end their careers in the midnight green. It's just so weird to see them elsewhere. I want to see Miles Sanders back for like 10 mil. I think that would be a straight up steal. So those are a couple of players on my mind. CJ Gardner-Johnson, TJ Edwards, all of those guys really underrated acquisitions over time for Philadelphia. When you talk about the Gardner-Johnsons and the TJ Edwards, I just love this team so much, and I want to see a lot of this nucleus come back. Kara, she is the mother for Philadelphia Eagles now. We do appreciate that question. Ismail, $20 super chat. My God, appreciate that. How do you feel about going after Kareem Hunt? I don't really think you need to. Look, if you're going to go after a back, I think it's one of the backs on the peripheries of the roster or a backup running back. I think if you make a trade, it's for a guy like Cam Akers, a guy like Melvin Gordon. I don't really think that you need that bell cow number one running back, which is what Kareem Hunt is, because you already have that in Miles Sanders. And honestly, I think Sanders can come on the cheap in free agency after this year. I don't think there's going to be a huge market for him because there's not often a huge market for running backs out there. Ryan Rowe, he has those notifications on. He's always the first commenter on our videos. Should the Eagles afford Jonathan Abram and Brian Burns to adding enough defense and getting enough upgrades to provide the defense with some talent to get some better chemistry? So Jonathan Abram, he's the safety linebacker hybrid for the Las Vegas Raiders. He was kind of made famous during Hard Knocks because of his personality. His game hasn't made him famous all that much. I mean, he has really struggled in coverage, and he's bit on a couple of really bad play actions from time to time. And if you want to have him as that safety linebacker hybrid, okay. I do think that the Eagles need some safety depth on this team. When you saw CJ Gardner-Johnson go out against the Dallas Cowboys on Sunday Night Football, they struggled. I mean, Kayvon Wallace was bad. He was a turnstile on defense. So I actually think backup safety, along with edge rusher, two of the biggest needs on this team. Maybe Abram could be that third safety. Brian Burns, like I said a little bit earlier, Ryan, he's my dream trade target. When will the Eagles' first loss happen? That's our final question for you as we round out of here on this mailbag. Let me know in the comment section. And as always, thanks for your support of Philadelphia Eagles Now. All right, let's give you some shout-outs here. A couple of super chats to catch up on. My gosh, Lou G. 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 Wow, and Ismail with the 20. I told y'all I owe you a shotgun. Let me send in another message to the homies. Elijah Moore just asked for a trade. Interesting. He's a good player.
All right, this is breaking news from Ian Rappaport about 3 minutes ago. Sources, Jets wide receiver Elijah Moore, frustrated with his role and usage, has asked for a trade. The team has no plans at all to trade him. The former second-rounder was targeted once in the win over the Packers, but the play was negated by a penalty. So
Interesting. He was pretty good last year. I liked him a lot. All right, so our Eagles Now happy hour got started with a bang. Let's show those 2 super chats from Lou G, 50 back-to-back. I did tell y'all I'd do a shotgun. I sent out a message to the office to see if anybody wants to come in here. We did get to 600, or we got to 500, right? What was the deal for the beer bong race? All right, so what's coming up, because we got the $600 in super chats, I'm going to shotgun a beer. Trace and Abby are going to do a beer bong race, and then I sent out a message to the office if anybody else wants to do a challenge. But Lou G, he sent in this one. I'm going to be in Houston for Thursday night repping the Bird Gang. Then he sent in another one, which I answered during that mailbag. Lou G, one of the MVPs of the show, Jeffrey Simpson, Elijah Stovall, and Lou G, all coming in with the hammers today. We're done our segments, but we're down to hang out and keep it moving here on Eagles Now, because it's Eagles Now happy hour, as we now have $634 in Super Chats, a crazy Thursday live show. And your support of what we do continues to be absolutely humbling, fantastic, amazing, and we so appreciate everything that y'all do. All right, so Trace and Abby going to come on to do their beer bong race, and I'm going to shotgun a beer. Carapool, we got you, 600 for the race, yep. Carapool with the question, who is even available for safety? So Jonathan Abram is one of them. There's another one. Jabril Peppers, I think, is the other one that kind of came to my mind earlier. I was trying to put on my Howie Roseman hat. Jabril Peppers is another safety target out there that the Eagles could trade for. So not many. It's a little bit scarce, but some safety targets there. Looks as though Trace is getting his beer bong ready. Spades, who do you think has been stepping up more this season? It's a good question. Who has stepped up more? Jalen Hurts, I think, has taken the most noticeable step forward, Spades. Miles Sanders is having a career year, so those are 2. TJ Edwards is 3. I think he's been really good at that linebacker spot. The fact that he's wearing that green dot, I think, is really telling with how the Eagles value him. A.J. Brown doesn't count because he's always been a top 5, top 10 wide receiver, but his addition maybe has made the most impact. Marcus Epps, I have to throw him out there. Well, Brandon Graham coming off the torn Achilles, he's always been a good player, but to have him back is a huge addition, coming off the torn Achilles at like 33, 34 years old. So Trace and Abby about to come on to do that beer bong race because we got to $600 in Super Chats. I'll put on my Rocky gloves because this is going to be a fight. See, we give you Eagles news, rumors, analysis, live shows, watch parties, but also we like to party here. So I'm going to step aside here because I am not the focus of attention here. The focus of attention, it's Abby, it's Trace. All of you got us to $600 in Super Chats. So with that, we live up to our word, and they do their beer bong race. Abby's a competitor, a cutthroat competitor. She didn't even want to cheer you on that. I think Trace got a little bit of a head start. Abby with the early lead. Trace trying to come back. Abby with the win! Abby with the win!
Damn.
There was a little bit of a stall there at the start.
I stopped because you couldn't get it to turn.
Y'all saw what happened. Abby with the dub. Good stuff, Trace. Thank you for your efforts. Boom. Get out of here. Eagles take on the Saints later this year. We'll be spanking that Trizzy ass. Potion said Abby smoked him. Facts. Wasn't even close.
Hey, Potion, I'll smoke her on.
Nick Stone said, Abby, I see you. Yeah, it's probably like in a 7-game series, it's probably 3-3. It's probably 3-3. Make sure you tune into those two. The Trace and Abby show on Saints Now later tonight. They'll be live for Thursday Night Football. I did tell you, too, that I owe y'all a shotgun, so I will do that as well.
I would like to address my loss here. This was once again something that bit me in the ass. She didn't turn it quick enough, and so.
You didn't turn it quick enough, you mean? Is what you're saying.
No,
right?
I turned my knob. She didn't turn hers to have the beer start coming through the funnel. That's why it looked like I got a head start.
No, you were delayed. You struggled to open yours.
Oh,
That's
no,
what
I
happened.
opened it and stopped it and then opened it again.
Why?
Because she couldn't get it and I was trying
Don't make
to.
excuses.
Yeah,
You got
whatever.
beat by a girl.
Whatever.
You got beat by a girl. Kara Poole, exactly. We don't accept excuses here. Fact.
As funny as it's not, it's the truth, okay?
All right. One more shotty for the homies unless we get more super chats in. We're at 6:34 right now.
Glug 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 glug. Wow. Daddy, chill.
Deleted.
Control Alt deleted that beer.
Deleted. All right, so our segments are done. If y'all want us to stay live, we'll take super chats and hang out. Honestly, we don't need any more super chats. We really don't. But if you send them in, that's fine. We can't really hang out too long because Trace has to get ready for Thursday Night Football.
Yeah, guys, if you guys want to come see some more beer bong races, more football, some more fun, tune into the Saints versus Cardinals watch party on the Saints channel.
Was it 7:45 Eastern or no?
Game starts at 7:15. We're 7:15
Eastern?
Central.
Central. So
Central. So 8:40
You'll be live
or 8:50.
7:45 Eastern.
Yes,
'Cause
I'll
a
be
lot of
live
people-
7:45 Eastern. So come hang out if you guys want. Otherwise, it's Fly Eagles Fly every day.
2-minute shot clock is on. If we get any more super chats within the next 2 minutes, we'll stay live. We don't need any more super chats. I seriously mean that. I seriously mean that. But if you send them in, we'll stay live and hang out.
I talked to CJ about his arm.
How is
As
it?
in CJ Gardner-Johnson? Or
Looked
who's
fine.
CJ?
Yeah, CJ Gardner-Johnson. Here at his hand.
Okay.
Slash
Kara.
arm. He said after the game, I just had a
you
little
sliding
boo-boo.
in CD Deuce's DMs?
Just had a little boo-boo.
All right.
Kara Poole, knows a lot of the Eagles.
Kara.
She's an OG.
Kara. You're a real one.
Ring the bell for Kara.
Get him on the show. Get CD to DM us back and get on the show.
Facts. All right, 1 minute into our shot clock. 1 minute left to get any super chats in. If we get any, we'll stay live. If not, we're signing off. We don't need any more super chats. I'm telling you that. But if one comes in, we're going to go nuts. We're going to go nuts. We'll give you the Fly Eagles Fly theme song. No one likes us. We'll ring the bell, and we'll continue to ball out.
Smelling salts.
Smelling salts? That's if we get to 600. We're at 634 right now. 700. Did I say 600? That's my B. We're at 634 right now. All right, 30 seconds left. 30 seconds left to get any super chats in. If that's the case, we'll stay live. Robert Powell, Kara Poole, Mr. Awesome Guy. What up, Mr. Awesome Guy? Spades Relks. Nick Stone still here. Potion. Lou G. All right, 10 seconds left, and then we'll give you all about a 20-second delay in case anybody is watching on delay. 10, 9, 8, 7. Oh, Lou G with 5.
Death, taxes, and Lou G sending super chats. 3 things are inevitable.
Lou G always sends it right before the buzzer, too. Lou G. All right, let me see. So, Lee, pop that question up for Lou G. Because, let's see here. See what safeties could be available. So, I'm thinking Jonathan Abram, and I'm thinking Jabril Peppers. Those are the 2 safeties who are available. The Bengals are still a contender. They're not going to trade away Jesse Bates. Prior to the year, maybe, but now, I don't think so. So I think you're looking at a couple of guys like that. Let me go to my little database that I have. Jeremy Chin, I guess, could be on that list as well. Now that I think about it, he's on my list of guys that I've kind of kept my eye on. Chuck Clark has been there, but I think the Ravens want to keep him. So those are a couple of names right there for some safety trade targets. All right, going to start the shot clock once again. This time we're going to go minute 30. We were at 2 minutes. Now we're going to minute 30. Cowboys trade us Malik Hooker by some miracle from Lou G. Cowboys aren't going to trade him. He's actually getting some pretty good reps with Dallas. So I don't think that's going to happen, actually. I like the player. Liked him coming out of college. He was good. But he's actually getting some nice tick with the Dallas Cowboys. So I don't think that the Cowboys would try to help the Eagles improve. He was good with the Colts, man. Really good player for Ohio State back in the day. Really good player. And then he tore his Achilles. That's kind of what his downfall was. All right, 45 seconds in. We have 45 seconds left. Any more Super Chats that come in, we'll stay live. If not, we'll sign off. $639 in Supers. Justin Douglas makes a good point. Abram would be the best depth piece fit. I agree. I don't think he's a starter in this league. Depth piece, though, he'd be good. Tyrann Mathieu regrets not coming here from Kara. You think so? Maybe. But honestly, I like C.J. Gardner-Johnson. I like Marcus Epps. After that, though, that's where I really, really do have some concern.
See, the only thing is that's home for Tyrann Mathieu, so even though they're playing bad, it's like, at least he's home into where he grew up, and he's
probably got a few years left, too.
Yeah, he's on a 2 or 3 year contract, so they'll probably play it out and then maybe get another 1 year, go somewhere else, or finish out the the season or his contract, whatever.
All right, 10, 9. This is for our Super Chat countdown. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Any more Super Chats that come in, we'll stay live. If not, we're signing off. We'll give you about 20, give you a 30-second delay here. 30-second delay. 30-second delay. 30-second delay to get any more Super Chats in. Again, we don't need any more Super Chats. Lou G came in with one. We don't need any, but your donations help us build our staff, and that's why we give you videos every single day. So we're 15 seconds in. Carapul, Trace, I'll bug you in like 2 hours.
Please
Chase,
do,
I might
Cara.
bug you either way. Tune in. Saints now. Trace, Abby, going to be live.
Come bother me.
All right. Almost to 30 seconds. All right. Appreciate everybody for tuning in today. It was an awesome, awesome show. And yes, if you're still watching and you're like, what are these guys doing? Well, look, we like to show love to our subscribers. Lou G! Oh, no! He did it again!
Oh, Darlene, he did it again.
All right, how about this? We're at 6:44 now. Lou G, you are just something else, man.
Lou G is a menace. He's doing this on purpose. I swear.
He's a legend, though.
It is
Justin
so great.
Douglas, haha, Lou G. See, the best ones are when we're signing off and then people send in the Super Chat. So we're at 6:44 right now. We get to 700. I'll shotgun another beer. Or I'll chug a Corona. The cooler's empty.
But guess what? The mini fridge isn't.
I'll chug this.
The mini fridge ain't.
That's true. All right, so if we get $55 more, yeah, we're at $64.92. So if we get to $700, I'll shotgun another beer. 2-minute shot clock on that. Then we're signing off. I'm not asking for Super Chats. We don't need them, but we'll stay live for the homies. Somebody find this guy a beer. I have one. 2-minute shot clock is on. We get to 700, I'll shotgun. If we get a $20 Super Chat, I'll crack this Corona and I'll chug it. How about that? $20, I'll chug the Corona. 700, because we're 55 away from that, I'll shotgun another beer. So we're 42 seconds in. Lou G, don't you dare. Don't you dare, Lou G. Don't you dare. But what I was saying, an awesome show today. Look, and if people are tuned in, like, what are these guys doing? Look, we did 3 different segments today, and I thought all of them went really well. We took a look at the latest Eagles trade rumors and trade buzz and trade targets. We took your questions for a mailbag. I gave you one thing that the Eagles need to improve upon during the bye week to continue to stay undefeated, and we went through all 19 free agents for the Philadelphia Eagles going into 2023. So we did all that, and we got the party. And that's why you subscribe to the channel. That's why everybody continues to come back and support us, because nobody else is doing that. Nobody else is doing that. All right, 30 seconds left on the shot clock. And some people watch on delay. Oh, Lou G! Lou G! So that gets us to 664. We're 35, 36 away.
That boy bad news.
From another
He a menace
shotgun.
to society.
Lou G. The Corona's cracked.
It's cracked.
That was easy.
And it's gone.
It's cracked, and it's gone.
And it's gone.
All right. 1 minute shot clock now. We went 2. We went 130. We're going 1. We're going 1. And then we're signing off. We're signing off after that. Justin Douglas. Oh, my
It's
goodness.
so funny. You keep saying we're going to sign off.
Resetting the
not.
shot clock. Resetting the shot clock to 1 minute.
This is big.
Trace, take a sip of your beer for Justin, by
Got
the way.
you.
Put yourself
Justin.
on camera, though, so that he
Justin.
sees it.
Here you go, brother.
Justin with the deuce. Appreciate it, bro.
Cheers, boy.
Now we're $33 away from 700.
This is giving big. I'm not fucking leaving. I'm not fucking leaving. It's big. I'm not fucking leaving vibes. I'm not fucking leaving.
Oh, man. 30 seconds into our shot clock. We're at 666, which is the devil's number, right?
Rut-row, we got to get $1. We just
Gotta
get
get $1
Just
to
gotta
get to
$1
667.
I don't like
We gotta get $1.
I don't like it. We got to get $1.
Gotta get $1 to get
Just
off
help us out.
666. 15 seconds left, and then a little buffer zone because some people watch on delay. / it already is delayed.
Trace
OG!
game. Ayo!
Another sip for Trizzy. Oh, Posha with 5.
There you go. I'm gonna just.
Folks, now we're 24 away from
gonna just-
700. Let's go! Let's go! Posha with the 5-piece. Lou G with the 5.
Ow!
Stay alive for the homies. Damn it. Go Birds! And keep
Go
that beautiful man,
Birds!
Trizimus Maximus, on the screen. Babyface Chase and Trizimus Maximus.
Trizimus
We're
Maximus
here.
is honestly bitching. That is bitching. Potion. That's bitching right there.
24 away from 700. I'm resetting the shot clock to a minute. Can we get 24 more to get to 700?
You gotta ring the bell. You gotta ring the bell.
Ring the bell.
You gotta ring the bell. a
For
couple
Lou
times.
G and Potion.
Yeah. Ring that motherfucker.
Bang, bang. Eagles country. Let's fly. Eagles country. Let's fly.
Let's fly.
Or how about this?
Let's fly.
25 seconds in. 700. Trace drinks out of the Freedom Funnel. I shotgun the beer. That's the deal. That's
Deal.
the deal. 30 seconds to get it done. 30 seconds to get it done. Then we'll sign off. No more. No bueno. No more after that. No more after that. Lou G, Potion, the OGs, the real ones, the ballers. 15 seconds left.
We need to name the Freedom Funnel.
That would be good.
We need to name him.
That would be good.
What should we name him, guys? Because this is the Eagles Now toy. This is an Eagles toy. Other channels get to use it, but this is our toy.
Go Birds.
Go Birds.
Go Birds.
Go Birds.
All right.
We can name him We can name him Kelsey, just as in
10.
Jason Kelsey.
9, 8,
What about Hawk
7,
the Eagle as a D-Hawk?
6,
Right? Hawk
5, 4, 3. Oh, Justin gets us to 681. I'll shotgun 1, 2. 19 away from Justin and myself shotgunning. 19 away. The Freedom Funnel from Potion. That was good. Spelled
With PH.
PH
That's-
for Philadelphia.
but it could-
that might be
that's
it.
good.
That might be
That's
it.
good.
You know what?
What about-
Change
it
that
could
on
be
the list
Phil.
logo right now.
Could be Phil. Phil. No. Wait. What was it?
Change it on the
Funnel,
list
Freedom
logo.
Funnel.
PH. PH.
Gotcha.
PH.
That's good. I like that. Potion.
Potion. See,
Real one.
the man is a creative genius.
The man not
The
only.
man is always on it. The man is always thinking. The
Potion.
creative juices are always flowing.
Bro, you should have heard us the other day. Me and Chase were freestyling. We're channeling our inner Potion. It was wild.
We were. We
it was
were.
wild.
Ah, Luigi!
Luigi!
Oh.
Luigi!
Lou G, Lou G, Lou G, Lou G, Lou G.
Dude.
Change the list logo to Freedom
What?
Funnel with the PH. And then after the shotgun, we're signing off. Justin Douglas, you got a shotgun one as well. Carol Poole said not
We're
worthy.
not worthy.
We work our
We're
asses
not
off for
worthy.
this. We work our asses off for this.
That's unreal, man.
Oh,
That
Lou
shit's
G.
unreal.
Pump up that L3 again, too. Or
Dude.
he wasn't on the original L3.
I got him. I'm
Lou-
going to make him one.
Lou
I'm going to make
G.
him one.
Here,
Lou G
push
gets his
that
own.
super chat menu because it's changed. That's because of Potion, right down here. Or no, over here? I don't know. Now that Trace is on, I'm confused.
It's
Freedom Funnel, P-H-U-N-N-E-L, for Philadelphia, like Charlie Manuel said back in the day. This is for Philadelphia. This is for Philadelphia. This is for our fans. Hopefully, Rob Thompson can give that chant. Bryce Harper's World Series victory lap speech would be amazing. We're not worthy. Love you, Lou G.
We're not worthy. We
We're
love
not
you,
worthy.
Lou. We love you, Lou.
Love you, Lou G.
We love you, Lou. Of course, we have to show some love to our man.
Lou G. Lou G. Lou G. Lou G. Lou G and Justin are going to shotgun one.
Man.
We have 69 people watching live now. Very nice. How much?
Great success.
Great success. Great success.
Wow, wow, wee, wow. This stream is for the Cowboys, not.
This stream is for the Cowboys.
Not.
Oh, my gosh.
Where's
All
the
right.
fucking smelling salt?
We're signing off after this. Yeah, you want the smelling
No,
salts again?
I do not want the
Okay.
smelling salt. I do not want them.
So this is funny, Lou G. Where's Chase Jr. if you're a senior? I have gotten that question since I've been in like high school. No joke. It's like, wait, so you're Chase Senior, so where's Chase Senior Jr.?
Or if you had a kid named him Chase,
If you have a
it'd be
kid named Chase, so he's
Jr..
Chase Senior Jr.
Oh
and you're
my
Chase
God.
Senior Senior.
Did you ever think about that, Chase? Did you use your noggin on that one?
Oh, wow, that exploded.
She's a squirter.
Oh, boy.
It's getting out of hand. It's getting out of
Cowgirls
hand.
aren't allowed here. Facts. They ain't allowed here. Hardy har har from Lou G. All right, shotgun for Lou G. Then we're signing off, unless we get any more super chats.
I may stick around. Daddy, chill.
Spade said the smelling salts are kicking in. These things are potent like potion. The leisurely smelling salt is where we are now. It's getting bad. I'll do one more for you, Potion. Woo! Oh, wake your ass up, man. If I'm ever tired at work, I got smelling salts on my desk now. All right. We're signing off, man. 700 in supers. The goal for today was $100 in super chats.
And then Elijah Stovall, Lou
Jeffrey.
G, and Jeffrey said, "Hold my fucking beer."
Jeffrey Simpson, Elijah Stovall, Lou G, Potion.
Justin as well.
Everybody who sent in supers. You're all part of the game. And I know Potion's watching right now. We're signing off. We're about to play this Potion intro. To everybody who tuned in, we greatly appreciate it. I appreciate the support, man. Growing up in the Philly area, to cover the Birds now on a national, worldwide platform is absolutely awesome. To see the support that we get from everybody, it's humbling, and honestly, it's emotional sometimes to think that I'm covering the Birds right now with how well they're playing. Philadelphia Phillies in the playoffs, bringing back so many good memories from my childhood. To everybody who tuned in today, to everybody who super chatted, greatly appreciate the support. It means the world to myself. It means the world to Trace. These things are things that impress the bosses, and it makes people in the office turn their heads and say, yo, Eagles fans are built different, and we are. So with that, fly, Eagles, fly on the road to victory. Fight, Eagles, fight. Score a touchdown, 1, 2, 3. Hit 'em high, hit 'em low. Hit 'em low, hit 'em high. Eagles, fly. Fly, Fly, Eagles, fly on the road to victory. E-A-G-L-E-S, Eagles! I was so focused on the glove there that I didn't even get the song right. What's up, Jeremy?
Hit 'em high, hit 'em low. Watch those Cowboys blow.
See, that's what I meant to say. Come on here and say that. Come on and
All right,
say
here,
that.
I'm gonna
Here.
put the headset on. Because I
He didn't make a mistake. He was going for this rendition. Hit 'em high, hit 'em low, and watch those Cowboys blow. Fly, Eagles, fly on the road to victory. E-A-G-L-E-S, Eagles!
Let's go. Jugs with the win. And
I heard that out of the corner.
I was like, wait, did I get that wrong? I've said that so many times in my life, but also, no one likes us, no one likes us, no one likes us, we don't care. We're from Philly, fucking Philly. No one likes us, we don't care. No one likes us, no one likes us, no one likes us, we don't care. We're the Eagles, the fucking Eagles. No one likes us, we don't care. E-A-G-L-E-S, Eagles! We're signing off. This has been the Philadelphia Eagles Now. Appreciate all of you for tuning in, super chatting, commenting, liking the video, and subscribing. Until next time, which is tomorrow because we give you videos every single day. Peace!
Eagles now, we get busy, chasing Trizzy. Eagles now, bruising birds, we keep it litty. Eagles now, pre-game, post-game, make it look easy. Eagles now, no one likes us, please believe it. Eagles now, super chats, we keep them coming. Eagles now, Jalen a booby, keep it running. Eagles now, shots downtown, AJ Brown. Eagles now, if you ain't know, you know it now. Eagles now.